Hey, yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to yet another Rev live stream here on the YouTubes. Hope you guys are doing well on this Saturday, which of course means it's a Saturday showdown. We're doing a little waifu battle. Tatsumaki versus Frieren. Frieren beat out Rebecca from Cyberpunk somewhat recently, so I wanted to extend upon that and introduce a new waifu to the Thunderdome. So if you care about that debate, make sure to vote with your super chats. But first, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a regular, you know what's coming next. But if you're new, first of all, welcome in. Second of all, you should know we do a little attendance, a little roll call, ladies and gentlemen. So if you are a sentient human being and you hear my voice, please say something in the chat. Anything. Whatever your heart's desire. Or simply lizard post. That's also acceptable. That's encouraged. But while you're up and sentient, make sure to like the stream. Make sure you're subbed if you're not already. And make sure to become a member if you so desire. And even gift memberships. We are dangerously close to 1,000 total channel members. That's right. That's right. And also, of course, as I said, if you want to vote on today's Saturday Showdown, make sure you super chat with your choice. Could you give me a piece of paper? Mm-hmm. Strawb's here, Wife's here.
Hello.
Also, I'm here. Hello. In the flesh. What's good, everyone? I see the lizard posting is going well. This is feeling like a possible regular thing here. Very exciting. Very exciting stuff. I can't believe it's Saturday. Feels like I just did one of these showdowns like yesterday. But these are always fun. Always fun. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, Seven's in the chat immediately.
Do you have a pin?
Yes. Rocket with the 50 gifted memberships. Thank you. The 50 to the dome. Thank you very much, Rocket. We gotta be very, dangerously close. I'll double check. I'll double check, ladies and gentlemen. If my computer works. There we go. Thank you very much, Rocket, for the 50 gifted memberships. That's 50 happy new Revlings. Thanks to you. That's right. Good on ya. Let's see. I'm gonna check the stats here, okay? Because we gotta be, dangerously close. Ooh. I believe we're within a few dozen. Unfortunately, the data is a little delayed, but we're definitely very close to 1,000 total. Couldn't have done it without you guys. We're going crazy. We're popping off. My pleasure. Thanks again, Rocket. I appreciate it, man. And enjoy the memberships to all the lucky recipients. And the Dodgers, they keep dodging. Honestly, at this point, if you've dodged, it's kind of impressive. But your time will come. You can't hide forever. You cannot hide forever. Let's start getting into some of the supers. We got 5 Canadian Buckarooskis from Remniarch saying Tatsumaki. That is the first super chat on the board for today. I appreciate that very much. I am writing down our candidates for today, our 2 gladiators entering the arena. So that is 5 for Tatsumaki. Thank you very much. And yes, this is the showdown today. Who is the superior? Probably, good label is problematic waifu, because they've been, they and their fans have been canceled for many reasons. Because, nothing makes Twitter angrier than a petite anime character, or a petite woman, for that matter. And we've seen plenty of videos about both of these characters, and even people cosplaying as these characters. But that is the dealio today. So vote with your super chats. Do not let your waifu down. Do not disappoint her. She's watching. She's real. And this might be what bags her for you. She's watching the stream. She's like, who is my lover? Who is it? She's looking at you, Anon. She's looking right at you. That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm such a goofball. We had a... There we go. This was buried in the dashboard here. Yo, Argonauts with the 2 saying Frieren is the superior literal child. Thank you for your Twitter clarification. They've both been called that. So thank you very much for that. And then we got Funky with the €5 saying, hi Rev, had a week away, so a bit out of the loop. Been dealing with woke Doctor Who simps arguing with me. You know, it's times like this I am completely out of the loop with the current Doctor Who. I just know it's a mess. All I saw was Doctor Who wearing a skirt.
What?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen Doctor Who since the very beginning.
He's a gay black man. He's very, very, very progressive.
When they switched the characters out, I stopped watching it. So I watched the first, 1 or 2 seasons?
Well, they've gotten progressively more woke every single swap. And they're running out. Like, the next one's going to be trans. 100%.
I will say the
100%.
The people that I knew in high school that watched Doctor Who were, like, insufferable people like that. So it makes sense.
True. Big true. Yo, and Fallen Hero with the 10 saying Frieren needs help. She is trapped in another mimic. She also has my vote. That is the first one on the board for Frieren. Our second one on the board. My bad. My bad. That's 10 for Frieren. I think today's going to be a very interesting showdown for sure. Got 2 goodies. Yo, and Freedom Fries... Wait, we're going to still do the thing. This is an orange. Orange plus. Gets a lizard from me. 20 from Freedom Fries. Saying, here's an orange. Tatsumaki. I likey. Well said. That's 20 more for Tatsumaki. But, guys, if you're just tuning in, doing some of the showdown stuff right now, but we're going to talk about a lot of things today. We're going to be talking about the deme situation, all that drama, which I covered in my first video today. We're going to be talking about the marathon and Destiny situation, which has continued to evolve. Now people are being shamed by community managers for not playing Marathon. And then we're going to talk about some more devs, partners, whatever connection to the gaming industry, being unhinged lunatics in completely separate situations. And I believe... Oh, and some Stellar Blade, because the very smart and well-adjusted people are fixing Evie. And I'm sure, as you can guess, it's going horribly. But thank you for the 20 Freedom Fries. Then we got 10 from Quad Manny saying, hello, Rev. Opinion on broccoli. 10 for Tatsumaki. All right. Thank you for that. I actually love broccoli. We both like broccoli.
Yeah,
it's one of the vegetables we really like.
We like broccoli and corn. That's what we
I can have broccoli just plain steamed. Or put a little cheese on there. Maybe a little Parmesan. Perfect.
Corn's my favorite vegetable, though.
We do like corn.
But broccoli is like... When I'm like, okay, it's time to have some broccoli.
I just straight up will order broccoli as a side or something.
Not well... Yeah, if it's made well.
True. Yo, and no one with the 20... saying, Frieren, as always, the hag elf is my favorite of the two. I mean, she's got a lot going on, right? She's a hag, rare, right? That's a gem. And she's got elf ears. I mean, what? Anon, what would you pay to get a grip of those elf ears? Priceless, I say.
Eric said he likes Brussels sprouts. We
love a little soy sauce on it.
Like whenever it's like the sweet and sour. Roasted.
That is so good.
Very good.
Now we got 2 from Guardian Prime going towards Frieren. Thank you very much for that. You are added to the tally.
But the way I like them is not the healthy.
No, not obviously. But those are like insanely good.
Those are so good. Like from a nice restaurant.
Welcome in, everyone. We're going to get started in just a minute. I'm going to catch up on these supers and then we're off to the races. 18 wheels and a drone with the $12.69 saying going for Tatsumaki. Rev says, Straub, I love you.
He does.
Every day. Every dang day. So that is a very specific $12.69 for Tatsumaki. Thank you very much for that. And Nani, thank you for the 3-month Giga Revling membership, saying I'd pay a Rev membership for a grip of those elf ears. Well, you're doing your part. Frieren's watching, and she appreciates it. She just emailed me. I'm reading it right now. She said, thank you, Nani.
I
noticed you.
I imagine when you say, like, grip of the elf ears, I imagine, like, you know, a mom that, like, takes the kid by the ear and, like, is pulling them. They're like, come on, you annoying little whiny kid.
That hurts.
That's, like, what I'm imagining.
You know what, guys? Gentle ear holding is what we're going for here.
Wholesome.
Yo, and David Martinez with the 5 saying, in revenge for Rebecca, go for green Tatsumaki. Okay, you know what? A vote out of spite is still a vote, nevertheless. So 5 more for Tatsumaki. This is a very contentious set of results here. Yo, and Ibex with the 50 CHF saying one of the biggest in my country is doing virtue signaling just before a big upcoming referendum. Mocking right-leaning values sucks to find alternatives, but it has to be done. Vote with your wallets, even if you're just a drop in the bucket. Tatsumaki. Thank you very much. And I give you an 07 in the chat for that one, because apparently that is worth about 63 US dollars. Going to Tatsumaki. It's a big one, folks. It's a big one. Thank you very much, Ibex. I appreciate that. Has the goal already been achieved? Hey, what's up, Chibi? Yeah, you're welcome for the video earlier, man. Hope you're doing well. Seemed very, very relevant to cover, for sure. Yo, and Sensei with the 5 saying, I think they fired the recent Doctor Who and struggling to find another one. Tatsu, 5 more for Tatsumaki. Thank you. I mean, they need to scrap that show entirely. The ratings are abysmal. I know that. I know the ratings are very, very abysmal. And it's not surprising. I mean, to say they've gone woke is an understatement, right? Just an understatement. Yo, and Luke with a 20 saying, I only know Tatsumaki from the Who is the Sassy Child meme. Frieren is based and racist, in quotes. Plus has plenty of epic quotes, so she has my vote. Unrelated, if you like gratuitous... My thing refreshed. Gratuitous martial arts, go see The Furious in theaters. Thank you for the recommendation. And that is 20 for Frieren. What were we going to see? Oh, what was that movie tomorrow?
What we're going to see? It's something day. Something day. It's with D.
Yeah, I forget. Looks interesting.
Disclosure Day.
Disclosure Day. We'll see. That's one of those movies, it's either going to be hype or not hype.
People, apparently one of the, I don't know if it was like one of the people who wrote it, someone was saying like, when you come see this movie, you'll question whether
your
you
relationship
really
with God or something. I'm like, yeah, buddy, I don't think a movie's going to do that to me. But we'll see. If they're being pretentious about it, we'll find out real quick. I doubt they're going to be direct in the movie. It's probably just a bunch of nonsense. Yo, an Ibex with a 5 CHF saying, I cropped my previous super a little too hard. I meant one of the biggest retailers. Okay, good. Thank you for the clarification. And 5 more. I think that's about 6 US for Frieren. It's a tight race, ladies and gentlemen. Guardian Prime with a 5 saying, wait, isn't the Doctor canonically trans since every Doctor in the sequence is just the same person, just rejuvenated? Frieren again.
How would that make them trans, though? They're always a man so far.
There's been a woman, isn't there?
Was there?
I think so. And that's 5 more for Frieren. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not knowledge. There you go.
What?
Doctor Who confirmed trans.
Female Time Lord.
Yo, and Wolfblight with the 5 saying, almost been a year since the Deme situation with Monya, then the Olivia Munro situation, now this. Has she ever apologized? Tatsumaki. No, she has not, as far as I'm aware. But I covered that whole view-botting thing. That was very contentious about 2 months ago. But yeah, this one is a lot worse. This one's a lot more black and white and just sloppy, you know? Faceling with the 20 saying, I really like toaster waffles. Also, you're a good person. Thanks for letting us know about the bad stuff in the world. Hey, least I can do. I'm glad you enjoy the content and getting some information. Whoop. Always refreshes when I'm about to click. Faceling with another 10 saying, don't stop being you. If I haven't at this point, I'm never going to, because I've been tested over the years, but being myself, being authentic, that is the best I can do. Best anyone can do, actually. And Funky with the 2 pounds, saying, recent Doctor Who so woke, even Disney got scared. Yeah, Disney is kind of like half in, half out with all this stuff. One day it seems like they're going a better route. The next day, not so much. Also, we saw a music video for Toy Story. Apparently has a Taylor Swift song. And Buzz has a female love interest. I thought Buzz was gay. This is gay erasure, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just confused, though, because I thought that Woody was supposed to be with
whatever her name is. She's the cowgirl.
Well, yeah. I can't think of her name, though. You guys know who I'm talking about, though.
Yes.
The red-haired cowgirl.
Mm-hmm. Interesting stuff, Disney.
But didn't Disney take like a gay character out of their or was it trans?
They had like a trans like sub-story in a movie and they removed it.
A TV show or movie or something, yeah.
Yo, 07's in the chat immediately for C of Whiskey with the 100 Smackarooskies, the 100 Bones, saying I never watched One Punch Man. Just got back into anime the last couple of years after a couple of decades away. So, Frieren, okay. 100 on the board for Frieren. Thank you very much, Sea of Whiskey.
I just saw Sea of Whiskey on Twitter because he made this. It looks so good. I said I want some cornbread.
That looks amazing, actually.
He always posts food photos, so I followed him. But he's the one who sent the nice pans that we
I know that, yes. We actually use those all the time. Thank you very much for all the support, man.
You know I love a good food posting.
She does. Thank you very much for the 100. And then we got Gabe with the 2 saying on lunch break right now from work. Need the desu. You got it. That'll keep you going through the rest of your workday. 100%. Then Fallen Hero with the 10 saying, for these super chat battles, you should have a bigger goal. Frieren. That is 10 for Frieren.
We keep it modest around
Yeah,
here.
I'm a modest man. I'm humble, the most humble, and the most modest. Okay? But that is a fair point of all the days. We hit the goal in like 5 minutes, which is a very poorly aged one. First of all, a little round of applause. We're going to get started in a minute here. The goal was no more VTuber drama. No more VTubers being ridiculous. VTubers be normal as we cover VTuber drama. Oh, I forgot the lizard for Sea of Whiskey. There we go. All right.
Lizard.
Lizard for anything 20 plus.
Yeah, everyone in my chat earlier when I was doing it, they were like, is Rev here? And I was like, no, I also have
we got
a lizard.
2. We have our own lizards.
Because did you tell them I bought this for you,
Yes,
by the
and
way?
it came in a 2-pack.
Because I'm the best wife ever.
But good job, guys. You have ensured VTubers will be normal, asterisks. We'll see how long that lasts. Ooram with the 10 saying, I'm a simple guy. I love green, so I have to pick Tatsumaki. If you become a member, Rev will turn you into a plushie. Here's a suggestion for a future showdown. Will it be Revling or Strawbling? Ooh. Have you ever even considered Strawbling?
Strawbling?
That's pretty neat.
That
Well,
is
thank you
cute.
for the suggestion. That is a cute name. It's another 10 for Tatsumaki. Guys, I gotta say, it is very close right now. We're off to a blistering start.
I feel like you can look at those numbers and just like know the number in your head.
I can just glance and have like a estimate.
I can't. That's not how my brain works.
I could give you 10 hours to do the math on this.
I could do the math in a few minutes. I would need to like...
One of these days, I'm gonna post these handwritten papers I do the tallies on. It's messy, but it gets the job done. And Gabe with another 5 saying, haven't watched Frieren yet. I know, I need to start today. So, it goes to Tatsumaki for me. Love her. Also, hi, Rev and Straub. Hello,
Hi.
Gabe. So, 5 more for Tatsumaki.
I think one day in the future, you should do a charity stream and you should like raffle these off.
Sure.
Because that would be a fun way to like
I would like to do it
give people something
a charity
cool
stream soon.
and then do something like that.
Yeah. Gotta find a good cause. Right now, the cause is cause I like money.
You're such a
But it'll
dork.
update eventually. Yo, and Freedom Fries with a 20 saying another orange for Psycho Beauty in Teal. Thank you very much for the 20, and there you go. All right, thank you for the 20. And then another 20 from Mustard Battleship. I like saying strange things. For example, what if you saw a squirrel trying to steal a bean burrito from a homeless man? Also, I'm voting for Frieren. That's 20 more for Frieren. What would I do if a squirrel was trying to... I mean, who's more hungry? Maybe the squirrel needs it more. Maybe the homeless man needs it more. I don't know. I'm neutral. I'm a fence sitter. I'm playing both sides, so
How
no matter
about
what, I win.
Let the squirrel steal the burrito and get the
Actually, does the
homeless guys-
squirrel need a whole burrito? Just give him a little bite.
Well, let the squirrel steal it. The squirrel probably already has it in its mouth. It's probably kind of gross. And just get the homeless guy in a meal.
Sure. That sounds like the morally sound one. Yo, and Flizzed with the 10 saying Twitch VTubers are 90% of these dramas. Frieren. All right, another 10 for Frieren. Beautiful stuff, and yes, lots of drama. And speaking of it, we should get into it here before things get too late. My gosh, my computer stinks. That'll be the next big thing, ladies and gentlemen. I've been buying accessories.
In the meantime.
Yeah, but it's so much setup. Hey, what's up, Bob?
It wouldn't take that long.
I've seen that squirrel before. Squirrel wins. They are a handful. For sure. But we're all caught up on the supers. Thank you guys for all the support. And again, this tally for the Showdown continues on all stream. And after this one, after we talk about the deme stuff, we'll do a tally. Sound good?
Is that how you say her name? I've been wondering.
I think it's deme. I used to call her Demi.
I was thinking, like,
Deme.
you know, like in the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, the girl's like Demi.
Yeah, but that has a I at the end.
Yeah. But her name is, it's Deminishki. Deminishki.
What are you even saying?
Her actual username.
Oh.
Like the at.
Oh, that's true. So Deme.
Deminishki? Deme?
Heading back to work. Have a great rest of the stream, everyone. God bless. God bless you, Gabe. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for popping in. But let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about the VTuber Deme, who's obviously a very popular indie VTuber. She's been in some drama in the past, and we've talked about the recent one involving her accusing other VTubers of view-botting, and I talked about how if you look at her numbers, it looks kind of the same as the people she's accusing, and I don't really think that's a problem any of them are actively doing. I just think it's the way Twitch is and the way botting can be used, not by the person even streaming, but by other people. It's hard to tell, but it was a very weird set of drama. And today she made a post talking about not safe for work art of her model. And unfortunately, well, it's backfiring because some people think her stance on it's hypocritical. I don't think that's like the main takeaway because there's much bigger fish to fry in this situation. This is really what's worth talking about. It's her response to Chibi Reviews when he attempted to criticize her, where instead of addressing the criticism or clarifying or anything like that, she dunks on him for being cheated on and laughs about it, which, as we'll see, just a very mean-spirited thing to do. In the past, she has always, as we'll see multiple times, said she doesn't like her lowest moments being dragged up publicly for no reason. And she's doing it right here. Also, she's talking about relationships. Not a route she wants to go down. Especially given her history with her current boyfriend, who she admitted back about a year and a half ago physically and verbally abused her, including slashing her leg with a knife. And then she would take him back. But again, we wouldn't be having this conversation if it wasn't for her bringing up other people's former relationships. But this is the main post. Let me read it. It says, "Hey, just a reminder, I'm extremely uncomfortable with not safe for work art of me," in quotes, "but why did you make your VTuber look like that," end quote. "Just because I like sexy or hot things does not mean I want to see porn of it," in quotes. "It's just a VTuber," end quote. "Who do you think of when you see it?" Okay, people setting boundaries with what they want to support or acknowledge in terms of arts of their VTuber model, totally understandable, right? But at the same rate, Deme, in her Twitter account, you can see she is consistently reposting very suggestive art. And then this conversation goes into what do you even mean by not safe for work? Because personally, I would consider a lot of the art she's reposting to be not safe for work. Do you know what not safe for work means? It means you wouldn't have it at work type thing, right? I don't mean to give like the literal definition here, but like that's like the whole point, right? So I don't think reposting stuff like, this right here where you can see like most of her breasts and like outlines of her camel toe of her VTuber model, I think that's not safe for work. I know, I'm a prude. What can I say? But I think it's very fair at the minimum to say, wait a second, you're being a little wishy-washy with this standard, right? A little wishy-washy. And it's not just that. There's like many more examples people have pointed out. And also she posts photos of herself. But we're kind of debating about like the standard she's making. And also she brought up her model, I think because she already hears what people are going to say, right? And she says, why do you have your model like that? Well, to her, it's different than the standard she doesn't like. But let's be real. It's a very revealing design. It doesn't mean she has to be okay with all kinds of art, but it seems to be a part of her content. It seems to be a part of her persona and what she's going for. Okay? It seems like a part of what she has been okay with. Not to her, I guess there's a big difference between not safe for work reposts and like full blown.
No, I think she doesn't know what NSF, or I think she didn't. Like my theory is she doesn't really know what NSFW means. Like she.
If you wouldn't show
like
your mama
nudity.
or your boss, it's not safe for work.
That's what I said on my stream a little bit ago.
Yeah.
I was like, would you do this full screen in a public library with kids around?
No. Obviously
like,
not. So I think there's a big
work.
debate about what this term even means to her. But the drama that I really want to focus on and why I think she's a hypocrite and why I really want to talk about this has to do with her response to Chibi Reviews, who said the level of virtue signaling has stun-locked me. Look at the repost with the same image people have been sharing. And earlier, let's see, yeah, proposed community note. Wonder if this is still going. Oh, the proposed note has been shut down. Okay. Basically, the proposed note, someone was trying to community note his post, basically saying she has an issue with not safe for work arts, and then people were saying not safe for work is not just nudity. Correct. But this was her response to what I believe is a reasonable criticism. You don't have to necessarily agree to even think it's reasonable, right? That's like the whole point. But she says, wait, OMG, aren't you the guy whose fiance literally cheated on you and your whole friend group sided with her? LMFAO. Well, okay, so those are terrible people who mistreated him. What's your point? Like, oh, remember when that really bad thing happened to you? Do you remember that? It's like, okay. What do you mean? Like, it's a pretty disgusting response, yes. I think it's a pretty disgusting response. And what she's referring to is the situation from a few months ago where Chibi Reviews revealed that his fiance cheated on him with one of his close friends, and the friend group chose him over Chibi Reviews, and he nearly drank himself to death. Very clearly a very low moment in his life now being weaponized in a discussion about artwork, right? And here's one of the quotes saying, Western VTubers not be terrible people for 5 seconds challenge, impossible. And there's this kind of, the sentiment out there that like all the big popular indie VTubers are like mean girls. And it's like one after another exudes that kind of behavior. It's like most of them at this point. And it's a very, just leaves a bad taste in your mouth, right? It's like the mask is off, they're responding, and they're showing their true colors because someone dared to criticize them, right? But I have a lot of instances of hypocrisy here. So this was a video she made a few months ago talking about a massive cheating scandal in the Japanese streaming scene. And what happened is this guy was the cheater, right? he was manipulating women while married and all this stuff. And to his surprise, and I guess humanity's surprise, people came into his stream and were like, W! Great job, man! You're the man! You're a Chad! And they were like giving him subs and like supporting him, basically thinking he's some like alpha Chad because he's getting all these women. And this was her response to people celebrating cheating.
Ruined. But to everyone's surprise, including Unko-chan, the complete opposite had happened. Watch. This is a clip from that stream. Look at...
No! All the men cheering for him? No! Are you dead ass?
all the gifted subs he was getting.
So that's her response to people celebrating and cheering on cheating, which is exactly what she's doing in response to Chibi reviews. So that's just layer number one. Don't worry, there's many more. As pointed out here, this person says, a lot of you say you care about men's mental health, then turn around and do stuff like this. Also, deme has been a piece of crap for a while. Glad you're all noticing now. So, in this, there are plenty of tweets on her channel, or her page, where she is talking about men's health, mental health, making posts like this. Happy Men's Day to fellow men, whatever that means. But it's interesting how men are only to be shown love and sympathy and understanding until they cross you, until they criticize you. Then, open season. But do you know who gets a lot of love, second chances, and empathy? Her boyfriend. Yes, there was a big situation about a year and a half ago where she made a public call out in tweets, in streams of her boyfriend here. I think his name is Nikita. And through her own explanations, he has been, or was, verbally and physically abusive. And spoiler alert, she has taken him back. So back in 2024, in December, she said, I'm free. And says, after dealing with things being broken and thrown, screaming my ear until it rang, having to scream for help till my voice broke because I didn't want my phone taken from me since I took photos of what happened, being pushed, being verbally assaulted, the constant lying, the bruises from being held too hard, I just want to move on. And here's the kicker. The last thing I want is for people to constantly remind me of everything. Wow. It's almost like you don't want the lowest moments, the painful moments of your life to be rubbed in your face or brought up for no reason, which I think is a fair thing to want, but you can't do that to other people when they've wronged you. In this case, you know, you can even say like, oh, you know, Chibi made a aggressive response. Okay, he was making a criticism. He thought he saw hypocrisy. That comes with the territory. It's Twitter. But then to respond by rubbing in his face his lowest moment, while also saying the last thing you want to ever have happen to you is exactly that, that's a bit hypocritical. And there's even more to this. On stream during the time, she said, we were having an argument that went on for too long, and he started getting his episodes, his anger issues, and negative thoughts. He grabbed the knife, and I was trying to grab it, and it effing slashed my leg. And now there's like a effing 7-inch scar. Now, the boyfriend would come out and basically confirm everything, but say, actually it wasn't a knife, it was a pair of scissors. Okay, dude, pick your sharp object. It all led to a 7-inch scar, according to her. So that is a bit of the overall situation with the boyfriend, right? Very serious stuff. And, you know, no matter how much you want to call her a hypocrite and all these things, she didn't deserve that to happen to her. I think any reasonable person would agree. But, what is this? About 7-ish months later, right on my birthday, she says, Nikita and I, a month after canceling him on Twitter, they got back together. They got back together after all of that. And she says, jokes aside, I still to this day get comments everywhere about going back to your abuser, but honestly, I've never been more happier and stable. Then she talks about mental illness and how that played a role. But again, she says he took care of me at my lowest, and adds, it's nice to know people aren't defined by their lowest moments to people that matter. So she has said multiple times that she doesn't want her lowest moments rubbed in her face. It doesn't define her. It's love for men and mental health matters and all that stuff. When you take back your boyfriend who verbally and physically abused you, but annoying guy online who disagreed with me, yeah, I'll rub his lowest moment in his face. For sure. But that's not it. There's more. Here's another post back in 2025 saying, I'm not gonna lie, it's all about mental health, until you actually see someone struggling and suddenly everyone bats an eye. I will never regret getting hurt by trying to save someone from attempts. If you make fun of it, you're an absolute waste of air, and honestly, you're hurting me more, but I guess it doesn't matter to people. Yeah, wouldn't that be awful if someone mocked a situation where someone was at their lowest and even almost lost their life from their response to it? Wouldn't that be awful? But wait! There's more! It's actually from Scary Movie, by the way, one of the original ones. We saw the latest Scary Movie.
Not my thing.
3 out of 10. But she weighed in on the Psychono situation. I will keep saying his name incorrectly. People try to point that out. It is what it is. It's Psychono. I say Psychono. I've said it so many times. I'm just doubling down at this point. It's not even like disrespect. It's just I'm just keeping it consistent.
You're like I like my name.
I like my version is better than yours, sir. I know better. But here's her response going through that situation where Psychono was outed as a serial cheater. And this is how she responded to that.
Literally, that's literally it. The only person I just don't feel bad for and have any feelings for is like Kuno, and whether it does change or not, I don't know. Whether a viewer should care about that or not, I guess it's up to the viewer and stuff. But holy, what a piece of shit. They go.
So, of course, she feels bad for all the people that were cheated on, including some of the people, like, not to get technical, who were very aware of it and kept doing it. But that's, you know, that whole situation, which is a whole mess. And also, she posts, I think, somewhat making fun of the situation and even throwing a little bit of shade at the girlfriend for staying with him despite the cheating, which... You know, like, when you have, like, bad moments, like there's certain topics that are, like, radioactive for you, you just shouldn't talk about them. And people are like, well, you went back, and they're showing another post of her saying she would appreciate if people didn't mention her ex in the comments. She's trying to move on and heal. So we've seen at least 3 examples of her saying, don't bring up my low moment, when of course that's what she does to Chibi. And Parrot would say this, guy's fiance cheats on him with his friend. Friend knows and won't tell him. Point and laugh at him for it. LMFAO. Your own ex abused you in 2024. Gathering sympathy for your own abuse, but then turning around and making fun of someone else's abuse. You're a hypocrite. Which I think is a very fair comment. Okay? All this was bad, but seeing her tweets afterwards doubling down, it affirmed to me that Deme is truly and beyond a total who deserves no sympathy. Well, she's definitely being hypocritical if she's wanting to seek sympathy in this situation, but Chibi would say, so you avoid answering why you retweet not safe for work of your avatar despite being upset about it in your post. Then you cheer on cheating. Interesting. She says, my bad for not wanting to see my model getting pounded. Who was talking about that? Nobody. If people want to keep drawing it, then that's their choice, but I'm just not going to support it. Does that make sense to you now? Well, it doesn't really clarify, like, too much. I guess now we know the line between not safe for work and full-blown porn to her is if someone's getting pounded. Anything short of being pounded, if it's not in Pound Town, it's safe for work.
I'm still
which is crazy.
Because, like, is she saying, like, nudity is okay?
Well, yeah, I mean, by her standard.
But no getting pounded.
What a word. I guess. I mean, she clarified
It's
this is
just
step
confusing.
2. And she's referring to this post, by the way, which she
Right.
says, you know.
But what does porn really mean? Because porn can mean a lot of different things, too.
Yeah. And it doesn't clarify cheering on cheating at all, exactly.
And let's just be honest, though. You can have all of the boundaries that you want, and I think it's fair to have certain boundaries, but whenever you interact with and share and even commission super lewd art, don't be surprised when people do things like this.
Well, it's
especially
like
when you're a
even
big
some of the
VTuber.
artists who were involved and used the screenshots, they were like, I never knew. She didn't want any
but
of
also,
this.
like,
Well,
how would they know?
no, they wouldn't.
Like, I would never assume
And
someone
of course,
who's...
they said that, and then they started talking crap about Chibi, and it's now like harassment. But you know, it comes with this territory, I guess. And you can see how he ended it, saying, "So you could have answered first like this, but used personal attacks and cheered cheating. Not a good look." Yeah, I don't care how many likes she gets on Twitter. It's not a good look. I've seen the worst, most diabolical tweets get infinite support, okay? Doesn't mean anything. I think
Also,
any
it's
reasonable
against
person
Chibi.
understands. Yeah,
So people are gonna...
it's
who
against
hate him are already
Chibi.
gonna like it.
Anything negative towards him is going to get a lot of support because people just come out of the woodworks to cheer on anything that is negative towards him. But that's really the situation, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very messy, to say the least. And is this the end of it? Probably not. I'm giving it a 50% chance of
Did you see
flaring up.
Did you see what she said?
No.
You don't have her new tweets pulled up?
No.
I thought you knew that she doubled down.
No.
What? You didn't see these? It was like right before you went live. She doubled down and said that she's always been a bitch and that she doesn't feel bad about it and that she's never pretended to be a role model.
Oh, she got a... Oh, was that my video? I thought...
What?
Were you playing my video or my stream? Guys, I thought the reply had an attachment of my video because she had the stream and like the mini screen.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, did
No.
she call me out?
No. I figured you had these already pulled up.
Well, I got a video for the next... whenever. Should I pull them up now?
Yeah, pull them up now.
Okay, we'll pull them up now. We'll pull
That's
them
what
up.
I thought you were
we'll
doing
we'll
right
pull
now.
them up now.
Chat, he's not even up to date.
Guys, I was literally like farming videos. Gosh darn it. Alright, hold on. Well, this is an
You're
important
lucky she
tweet.
hasn't deleted it yet.
She's not going to delete it.
Then again, she didn't delete all those other ones that you pulled up that look...
Hold on, folks. Oh, of course she's busy in Japan.
She's busy in Japan.
Alright.
And she also said in one of her replies it's Chibi reviews, so he deserves it. Basically, she's
Okay,
like,
I
this is
see
Chibi
everything.
now.
Alright, I'm pulling it up. Okay.
You're welcome, chat.
Alright. Guys, I am in the United States. I'm too busy in the United States to see what happened here on Twitter.
He has been working all day.
Rev fell off. Straub should be the new Rev. Guys, please. Please. Alright, so she did double down, saying, I was too busy in Japan to see what happened in Twitter. What do you mean? What I meant by not safe for work, since a lot of people are confused, I'm okay with lewd, not been okay with it, I just don't like seeing people F. Oh, so okay, very clearly. Until penetration, everything's safe for work. Great. Great. She sounds like a woke school teacher right here. I've seen that rhetoric before. Not saying that about her. That'll make that very clear. But I'm just saying I've seen this before. Clarifying, to me, being a bitch. That's nothing new. And I've never been nice to people I don't care about / respect. Y'all are so bored that someone that just doesn't like porn made you personally get riled up. Everything you're reposting is porn. I'm sorry. Do you want me to attach softcore to it? Would that make you feel better?
It's like pornographic.
Get over
porn.
yourself. Come on. I just genuinely can't really care as she makes a long series of responses. But I thought you were busy in Japan. If you don't want to respect it or even try to see what I meant, that's why people were asking. I see no reason to be even respectful remotely to some losers. I'd be lying if I said I was sorry. Well, I'm glad you're acknowledging that you're a bit of a rough around the edges sort of person. She has BPD, right? I'm pretty sure she does. Well, guys, you're not allowed to talk about this because it's her lowest moment. So, we got one of those stickers. Stickers exist. Thank you, the Cold Recluse, for the 2. But let's get into the comments here.
There she has more.
More?
Well, yeah, her reply.
Yeah, that's why I was scrolling down. Woman.
These are the comments.
Yeah,
like,
these are comments, actually.
That's her thread, actually.
No, wait, there we go. Was it right to do what I did? No. Okay. Great. No, but I never pretended to be a role model whatsoever and openly hate other people, so who's surprised on that?
She's just admitting, she's saying the quiet part out loud. She's like, I know I'm a bad person. I've never pretended to be anything else. She's telling us who she is.
To the people bringing up what happened with my relationship in the past as a blow, we practically moved on from it too. Well, I'm glad you moved on from that. If you actually watch my streams, he's on it all the time. And we're happy AF. Just taking a break from streaming in Japan. I never hid that whatsoever. No one thinks you were hiding it. To the people who think I'm not a good VTuber, never did the norm and I don't plan to. Cry about it, pussy. Woo! Shiver me timbers! Whoa! Popping off over here. Okay, well, no one is talking about you being a good or not VTuber. We're calling you a hypocrite because you said never bring up my lowest moments and then you brought up someone's lowest moments. You're not just mean, you're a hypocrite. That's it. And honestly, your choice to go back to him, your choice. You have a lot of love for men, which apparently extends to a very large level of forgiveness. But that's your choice. That's your choice. Just like it's your choice to be a maniac on Twitter and rub people's lowest moments in their face while whining about people rubbing your lowest moment in your face. As you do it again. She learned nothing. But she's not... Oh.
I haven't
Come
read this yet.
on.
This is new.
To add to this, I talked to my community about what people are saying. I was confused with some people calling me a hypocrite. I do advocate mental health for women and men. I, however, do not care about chibi. She cares about men till they disagree with her. Then, get out. I made the mistake of saying the first thing that came out of my head when seeing his username. But I should have been the better person. Why? You said you're an unapologetically bad person. So you're not the better person. This is exactly who you are. You can't double down and say, this is how I've always been and I don't care, pussy. And then go around and say, I should have been the better person. You're not. You're not the better person.
It's so weird though, because it's like an apology but not an apology.
It's
Look
a
what she
total
says
non-apology.
next. She's saying she's not sorry.
Okay. I made the mistake of saying the first thing that came out of my head when seeing his username. I should have been the better person, said nothing. I've learned to hold my tongue in most things, but I legit got surprised seeing the username and associated with it. Is this guy like some cartoon villain or something? Did like Kanye respond to one of your tweets or something? Like, it's chibi reviews. Relax. Okay, I know people talk about him on Twitter all the time. Why are you so stun-locked that this guy replied to you being a hypocrite about the art you're reposting? For people who think I'm backpedaling, no. I'm sorry for slipping up and not thinking before talking, but I'm not sorry for what I said, to be honest, especially that it was towards him. He's a piece of shit, and everything about him is disgusting to me. Not because he got cheated on, but because he's a weirdo in general. Interesting. Then you could have called him a weirdo in the reply. But that took too many brain cells. That would have caused you to think and actually type something out other than saying, "You got cheated on, Lamau."
Why is he a weirdo?
Yeah, why exactly?
That deserves to get this, like, shoved in his face.
If someone's weird, they deserve to be harassed and have their lowest moment of their life shoved in their face? I don't know.
He's a weirdo, so he doesn't deserve mental
Because I think he is a weird guy. I think he would tell you first thing he's a weird guy. I think we're all weird people in this situation, but like, okay, that means you get to harass him? Interesting. For the original post, I didn't make the post for people to delete art of me. I did it just as a reminder of my stance, which hasn't changed. It annoyed me that people have time to scroll on my page, but not time to take to literally read the OG post in the reply, not an hour after specifying what I exactly meant. So yeah, it annoyed me when all the blue badges don't tell me. You have a blue badge! How is that a criticism?
Well, she says in another reply to someone else that they're all broke and need money from Twitter. Or something
All
like
my
that.
haters are broke, weirdos, etc., etc. This is what you want to support? Go for it. Go for it. But where were we? The blue badges. Where is it? Oh, the blue badges came crawling in. My bad to my community for getting into drama again. I know I'm not losing anything valuable when it's this type of crowd. Pancakes and waffles. Also, I'm not stupid. I know me saying my stance on porn thing isn't going to stop people from doing it. The post was for people who cared about my stance. Are you going to address the hypocrisy at any point? I don't think so. Here's someone saying, so you're a massive bitch who mocks people for their traumatic events that made them suicidal. Got it. Good to know. If you actually didn't bother to do any introspection, you're a sad person, and it speaks to your true nature. And she says, yeah, honestly, if we're talking about Chibi here, I don't sincerely care. I was genuinely surprised he was the guy. You're not that guy, buddy. You're not that guy. Apparently, according to Deme. So, if she thinks you're a weirdo or you're that guy, you deserve anything coming to you. Oh, here's the other reply. Okay. I feel like that should have been obvious to them. If we say not safe for work, a lot of the times it's about people getting after nudity. Yeah, but they just want to farm Twitter engagement because they're poor AF and have nothing else to earn on. The OG post was obvious AF.
If you're a broke boy,
If you're a broke boy, just say so.
That's what made me think
Okay. Amazing stuff. What a disaster. Yeah, thanks for clarifying, Demi. So, we now know that you are a confirmed bad person by your own standard. You're a hypocrite. You don't acknowledge genuine criticism. And you'll harass people and demean them and bring up their lowest moments hypocritically if you think they're weird or they're broke. Wow. Amazing. Very cool. Keep up the good work.
She turned the comments off.
She turned the comments off.
Yep.
Oh! Oh, womp womp, everyone's gangster until only some accounts can reply. Many such cases. That is some very fragile behavior right there. Stick to your guns. I thought you were an unapologetic bad person. I thought everyone was a pussy, but you! Shame. Shameful situation. Sucks to suck. I don't know. Introspection is probably the best thing I could advise at this point. But anyways, that's that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy. Alright, I'm way behind on supers now. Want to do some reading for me?
Sure.
She's going to do some reading, and I'm going to keep tallying, and then after this, after we get caught up,
After we get caught up,
Wizard.
what? Oh, you're gonna let everyone know.
After they get caught
He's
up.
gonna let him know.
Gonna let them know.
So you want me to read them out loud so you can
Sure.
know?
No, I want you to read them silently to yourself.
Shut up. Okay. Hi, chat. Okay, wait, hold on. I gotta readjust.
Wait, you've been doing that?
Huh?
You mess up my tracking.
Nuh-uh.
Oh my god.
I just do it so that I can look straight.
Read.
You can just do it again when you're
Read.
sitting here. Hi, Captain Yan Yan. Thank you for the 2. As a Filipino, I don't claim her as part of us. Oh, is she Filipino?
I guess so. I've seen many comments about her being Filipinos.
Oh, okay.
Must be true. Everyone said it.
Must be true. It was said on the internet. Okay, thank you. Chibi Eden with the DKK2 hundo. This isn't for either of the girlies. Hey Rev, what did I miss? Hope you and Straub are doing well. Much love from Denmark.
Really just
Hello.
came in for the deme drama. That's all we've really covered.
Yeah, there's been a lot to cover. So, that's all you've missed, really. But that was at 6:15, so you've gotten a lot of it. Demon time with the 10. I had a comment about Men's Mental Health Month on Hero Hayes' channel taken down. I know he wouldn't do that, so either
No, you definitely
mass
wouldn't.
reported by misandrous freaks or YouTube took it down personally.
It's that or YouTube auto-flagged it.
Yeah, it could
They
be a YouTube.
auto-flag a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
People say that all the time, like, Red, did you delete my comment? I never delete comments. So, if something ever gets held back,
He doesn't
it's
even
the
look at
auto-review.
comments. Like, well, except every now and then, but you don't usually look at your comments that much. For, like, mental health reasons.
Well, yes.
You also get a lot of comments. It'd be a lot to look through all of them. Demon 30. Also, I don't care if you are advocating for curing cancer. If you respond to criticism like Deme did, you are an awful person, full stop. 5. Oh, I didn't do it. Demon time. Demon time. Oh my goodness. Jason with the 2. It's always rules for thee, not me. Yeah, that's how it feels. The Spontaneous Anonymous Council. Vote which character has giant badonkas.
It would be a tie. They're both flat.
I was gonna say neither of them. So $2. You can split it right down the middle. Emotionless Catastrophe with the 15 for Frieren.
Okie dokie.
As Benny Johnson always says, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. That's literally what I tweeted. Now, take my money. I'm no saint, but I probably broke a heart or two. But being led on for 2 years really sucked. Yeah,
I'm sorry about that.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Also, I think that quote originally is from, I don't know, some lady. I don't know. It's like a historic lady. Anyways.
Historic lady.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I want to say
historic
it's
lady.
Maya Angelou, but I could totally be wrong.
The Poet Triumphant?
What?
That's what she's called.
Is she?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Chat can fact check me. It's somebody. Okay, let's see. Marco Dotai with the 5. Has somebody updated Dimmy's period tracker yet? Probably needs updating after this.
Touchy subject.
That
was
website
funny.
was weird. That was
Yeah.
weird. Spontaneous Anonymous with the 2. Also, Dimmy's only good content is React Slop.
The thing is, I don't even care what she does for content. Just don't be a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Simple as.
I mean, it sounded like in one of her posts too, she was saying this doesn't really affect her. I've seen a lot of people saying that they unfollowed her and that they really liked her and that this has all been really disappointing.
Yeah.
So
they don't matter.
I've seen a lot of people specifically on your video earlier, in your comments and in this stream, say that they enjoyed her content, and on Twitter saying they enjoyed her content but they didn't like it.
Weirdos and that they don't matter.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying she's wrong. It's definitely affecting her audience. The Base Bird with the 2 is Wild Rev. I now learned about the former boyfriend too.
Yeah, I never knew about it until today.
Yeah. I never knew about that. That was crazy when I heard about that. The Gold Recluse with the 2.
That was the
Oh, that was a sticker. Thanks for the sticker. And Ibex with 5. Since some people clearly forgot the definition, any visual, audio, or written material created primarily to cause sexual arousal.
None of that stuff fits that definition. Because she's not fully nude and being pounded. Yeah. That's the standard.
Yeah, because when you look up NSFW in the dictionary, it says it means to get pounded. And obviously, that's what it says. That's so just gross. I don't know, just that word. Demon time with the 5 for Frieren. So if you hate the person, you have free reign to use their own trauma against them. That sets a bad precedent against deme.
Yeah.
Also Frieren, by the way. Yeah. That's like the part of the problem, though, right? It's like, okay, you don't like him, okay? So, like, why?
Welcome to the Twitter mob. You're not even unique.
No, but it's just like, but I mean, she said herself, she's like, I'm not a nice person. I don't respect or be kind to people that I don't like. Which is like part of a bigger problem with our society now, where it's like people are just like evil to everyone they don't like.
Correct.
There's no common decency. The spontaneous anonymous counsel with the 2. Deme will never lure.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. You are behind. The late plug of Muddy Waters with the 2. I'm starting to understand why she was scared. Like, there was a physical scar, so I'm confused on what they mean. I'm assuming they mean
just
scarred
by that sort of like mistreatment and like sees someone else and like weaponizes it. I don't know.
Oh, I thought they meant like the scar on her leg. Because it's 7 inches long, apparently. Ibex with the 5. LOL, aren't you with a girl that got abused and stabbed by your boyfriend? The mirror would crack. Well, exactly. Like, think about it if it all happened reverse.
Yeah, everyone would say he's a piece of crap.
Like, if Chibi would have commented that on... Or if he would have commented that on one of her posts. Like, unprompted, yeah.
Instead of trying to criticize her.
Because, like, sure, yeah, like Rev said, was he a little aggressive? Like, I don't know if that's the right word. Like, he was very blunt in his quote retweet, but it wasn't anything personal. No. Like, you know, it wasn't anything at all comparable to, like, what she said in response. So, if it would have happened backwards, people would have been beyond upset. David Martinez with the 2. Okay, I'm not this terminally online. Why the chibi hate?
It's just fashionable to do.
I mean, it's just, like, there are, like, it's kind of similar with Rev, though, on Twitter. Like, when they do talk about, you just don't tweet as much as he does. Chibi tweets a lot more, so I feel like it's people on Twitter talk about him more. But, like, whenever there's someone who hates Rev that gets to tweet about him, like, those tweets can get tons of, like, likes and comments. It's just popular to hate on certain content creators. I don't know. It's not just them. It's a lot of people. Any big creator, honestly, you're not immune to it. JMH Mo Money. Deme's fall off didn't drop like a rock. It fell off a cliff and into a volcano. Thank you for the 5. I wasn't familiar with her before, so I really don't know.
It's a good first impression.
Amazing first impression. Obi-Wan with the 2. This is a super duper chat. God bless you. Lizard. Thank you. Lizard.
Alright, you're abusing it.
I bought it. I can do what I want with it. 18 wheels in a drone. 26. With the 2386. Orange. Thank you for the orange. I always consider not safe for work subjective. In the military, I've seen 15 guys watching a snuff film on a laptop together. Yes, I judged them. Yeah, I mean, I would still consider that definitely not safe for work, but...
I think it's a little different environment.
Yes. Definitely not the same. Definitely... I don't know, like, in my head, I said earlier, I was saying, like, if you could go to a public library and you would put it on full screen, knowing there are families around you that could see it, would you do it? If not, it's probably not appropriate.
And if you still did, you're a weirdo.
In any kind of sexual way, I mean. Like, any kind of sexual stuff. If you put it up there, NSFW. you know. Captain Nyan Nyan with the 5. Okay, how the heck Chibi Reviews being called weird is bad? Is she even a Filipina? She's just a dang poser. I regret praising someone like her. I don't know, man. We're all weirdos around here. I think if you're a VTuber, you're probably kind of a weirdo.
Or
I
people
mean,
would consider you
compared to
weird,
like
for
a
sure.
total normie, people would think we're weirdos. Like, and it's not even, I'm not saying weirdo in like a bad way. I think they're like good weirdos. Like, I think like I couldn't imagine, like with Rev, when I first met him, I was like, oh, he's a weirdo. But like in a good way, you know? It's like I wouldn't want to be with a total normie that wasn't at all weird. Like, you know, there's a healthy amount of weird that's good. Xeno Relic with the 5. Oh, look, another VTuber coming out as a piece of crap individual. Not you, Rev. Oh,
Phew.
that's good. We were
That's just
we were nervous. Thanks. Silver Dragonood with the 250p. Us Filipinos take pride in our hospitality and kindness, and we hate it when our own tarnishes that image. If our Department of Foreign Affairs hears of these, she will be disavowed and scolded. Tatsumaki. It's for Tatsumaki. Oh, here.
conversion.
You can look it up like that.
Okay.
250p for Tatsumaki. Sinbad Amberclad with the 5 for Frieren, saying hi.
What was the last one for?
It was for Tatsumaki.
Okay.
And this is 5 for Frieren. Hi, boy and girl. Here's for Frieren. Small Abuba is like a desert. There might not be anything there, but it's still hot as hell. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you for the 5. Jason with the 5 saying Frieren 100%. Cute. Alan Phoenix with the 2 saying I genuinely think Demi suffers from I don't know how to say her name. I'm sorry. Not trying to be rude. Suffers from BPD. I mean, I
Pretty
think
sure she admitted that.
even if it's not BPD, there's something going on, and I don't say it to be mean, it's just the truth, and she said it herself. Like, they both, her and her boyfriend have, like, mental health issues, which is just, like, you know, so why be mean to someone else who has mental health issues, or struggles with their mental health sometimes, you know? Especially about a topic that made Chibi struggle with his mental health. It's just messed up. 18 Wheels in a Drone 26 with the 645 saying I forgot to add Tatsumaki to the 2386 chat.
Got
Thank
them
you.
both.
So we got those for Tatsumaki. Very base, thank you. Just a Slime 22 with the 2 saying Straub says desu. Yes, I do. Can you add one more for Frieren?
Gotcha.
Also, someone in the comments on your video today commented to my comment in your video and said, the problem is Rev doesn't say desu. And I said he does on his stream. So I think you have to say it now because I said, there you go. He says it on stream sometimes. So gotta come straight. Ibex with the 5. I don't want to say this word again. Pounded is such an American word. Over here we say getting kilogrammed.
That's good.
Amazing. Thank you so much for the 5, Ibex. Captain Nyan Nyan with the 2. Her acting like that is shameful. It's definitely not nice. I don't like it. Y Black Wolf with the 2. Put me down for both Frieren and Tatsumaki. So 1 and 1. Running the Train with the 2. Saying snuff is not safe for, I'm assuming you meant workplace. Not for FL.
Life, maybe.
Not for
Not safe for
NSFL.
life.
Not safe for life. Well, that would be true
Maybe.
because it would be death. What? I'm just saying it's true. It's bad, chat. It's bad. Demon. Oh, Demon time. Demon with the 5. Chibi is against censorship of all forms, including lollies, so people think he's weird. However, it's escalated to calling him a predator.
Yes.
I mean, yes.
Anyone who
Many such
defends
cases.
that stuff, yeah.
It's, yeah. Funky with the 2. Breaking news. Straub expose on Rev. Live now. Yeah, Chad, I've had some things that I've wanted to share about my relationship. We're talking about canceling our significant others on the internet. There's some big stuff brewing.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's so sweet to me. The spontaneous anonymous counsel with the 2. Chibi also doesn't want internet censorship.
That'll do it too.
Fair enough. And 5 from Mewtwo. Hello. Just showing some support. Keep it up.
Yo, glad you're on Side Scrollers, by the way.
Oh my gosh, was she on?
Yep.
I didn't
Day
know.
After us. Mm-hmm.
I know they talked about getting you on there. I didn't know if
I'm very glad
if
she
she
went on.
did it. I haven't been looking.
Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, awesome. Congrats. It's awesome. Matt30 with the 5 for Frieren. Been following VTubing since Natsumi Moe and Kizuna Ai.
OG.
Deme was one of my 5 favorite of all time. I'm sorry. After all the drama, final straw, done. I'm sorry. It's always disappointing whenever it's someone that you really like that disappoints you. It's disappointing, you know? So.
Well, when someone disappoints you, it is disappointing.
It's true. But you know, on the bright side, Rev uploads every single day.
True!
So if you ever need someone to watch, you can watch him every single day. He never doesn't upload. Except Sundays, he's been pre-recording for Sundays so that he can have more time with me and his family. Rick with the Canadian 10 said both Tatsu and Frieren are cool. So maybe split it in half. Just sending a chat to say I watch Rev's news often. I agree with much. Thank you, Rick. We feel the support. Thank you. The spontaneous anonymous with the 2 said, by the way, what's Rev's stance on internet censorship? I feel like if you watch him, you'd know.
Definitely not supporting over censorship, but also kids shouldn't be in spaces they don't belong. How you go about that, mainly on the parents.
Yeah, I think it's difficult.
Also, just get rid of kids on social media. It's
Kids.
had disastrous results.
Kids, go back outside and play in the yard.
Very true.
Unironically, it's such a issue. And I don't know the right answer for everything. You know, how do you fix a lot of this stuff? Like, we're kind of screwed in a lot of ways. I don't know. Black Wolf with the 5. Did you see the bingo card Ame doll made? It was made as a joke, but I believe you can unironically apply it to situations like this. I'm not familiar with that.
I have to check it out.
Have to check it out. Running the train with a 10. Not safe for life. It's worse than NSFW.
There we go.
NSFW people can at least understand. Not safe for life is where people harshly judge you and might destroy your social life. Okay. I see. Wasn't aware that was even a thing. Thank you for letting us know. And 2 for Tatsumaki from Zevian Alter New Age. Thank you.
I'm going to tally now.
You're caught up. Oh, 2 more for Frieren.
2 more for free.
From Texan Rider, said Frieren for being a based elf.
True.
She is cute. She is cute.
Let's see here. Strawble, entertain them while I tally.
I'm entertaining.
Do a dance.
I did stream earlier too, guys. Can you believe it? It was my first stream in like a month. Lizard. Lizard, lizard, lizard. He says that I'm doing it too much and that it needs to be reserved for special occasions. But I think this is a special occasion.
It's supposed to be for Orange Plus.
Well, I bought it, so I get to hit it as many times as I want. I missed a drop stream. No, I was working. It was on Twitch, which I don't know. I just wanted to do it on Twitch because I haven't streamed on Twitch in so long. I feel kind of bad for some of my subs on there. That because I know some. I feel like most people go onto YouTube, but some people don't. And I don't know, then I have to set up a whole, like, it's also a little more time consuming to set up a YouTube stream, because you have to, like, set up the waiting room and stuff, whereas on Twitch you can just go live. It was a little easier. I think you technically can do that on YouTube, but it doesn't look as good. I don't know how that works.
Gotta get the sense down.
But the VOD is private right now. I think it automatically privates them on my Twitch right now, but I can go unprivate it. I was gonna do that, and then I just came in here because I was busy. I was busy. Malker is gaming with the 5, saying you vote for the blue hair girl. There is no blue hair girl. What? Oh, even though I know you literally destroy her, I've always supported Aqua. I was like, are you colorblind? Tatsumaki has green hair. Even if she doesn't actually do anything.
That you found out this way.
Rip Bozo. Kieran with the 10 always loved watching Demi's react content and was a huge fan, but after seeing her react emotionally and aggressively over nothing to people being nice too often, I had to stop. Heart. Both but Frieren, please. 10 for Frieren. Okay. 1 more for Frieren. 5 for Frieren. But sorry, not sorry. Straw uses and voices your model better than you do, Rev.
Ouch. You're not wrong.
Dang! That's right. That's right, let's go. Thank you, Professor Keen. And then lastly, Panther with the 2. I love my petite ladies, both of them. Split it down the middle. I gotta pee.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'm all tallied up, folks. And we gotta actually do content. This is not just a super chat reading stream.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, you know what? Most of them are. All right. This is fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. This is fantastic. All right. Last one. Slow Vet with the 10 saying I used to watch deme for a month or 2 before getting my model made and wanting to stream myself. Only watched a month or so and already noticed odd comments. Oh, Frieren for me. Okay. Thank you very much, and God bless you too. Okay, we'll add 10 more to Frieren. All right. She messed up my dang tracking. There, we're normal again. All right, for anyone just tuning in, today's Saturday Showdown is between Tatsumaki and Frieren. Tatsumaki, according to my calculations, is at an even 207. Very strong mark. But Frieren is sitting at 261. Ladies and gentlemen, check that out. Very impressive scores, but it's anyone's game. It's anyone's game, ladies and gentlemen. Frieren stands, you're doing well. But, Tatsumaki stands. You're gonna have to start picking up the pieces. Straub carried ya? Listen. Listen, this is something that happens, right? She's so dang supportive. Alright, I'm getting ready for the next thing we're going to talk about. Do not reload. I swear I will crash out. Okay, there we go. I think we're ready for the next thing. Elf Supremacy, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. We'll do the next thing, and then I think we'll do another round of tallies here. Just give me like 30 seconds. Not even 30 seconds. 1 second. 10 seconds. How about that? There we go. How is Tatsumaki even a number? Listen, the people are speaking and the people are making it a competition for sure. I'm muted, intentionally muted. Okay, so we're once again going to be... Sorry. My goodness. Okay, so we're going to be once again talking about Stellar Blade Blood Rain. There's a lot more drama involving this. We really reached the next level where the modern audience is trying to fix Evie. to make her more socially acceptable. And the results are diabolical, to say the least. But there is a lot of drama surrounding Evie. People saying her design looks like a literal child. We've seen lots of projection. Even people being outed as terrible people themselves after projecting about this character. And a lot of it is just weird, right? People flinging accusations around on places like Twitter and other social media platforms over her design. But Kotaku, because of course they would, has weighed in, talking about how young this character looks while misinterpreting statements made by the Shift Up CEO, who simply stated that Evie is younger and smaller in size compared to the former protagonist, Eve. Which, of course, does not mean she's a child, but people like Kotaku were running with it. And I saw this post and I just had to share it. I mean, this is literally Kotaku right now. They were angry about Eve because she was too appealing, and now they're mad about Evie saying she looks like a literal child. This is what the average Kotaku journalist looks like, especially when they see an appealing character design. Now, the replies on the Kotaku post sharing their article are dunking on them. And I know every single one of you greasy Fs over there, the three of you, are sobbing. No hard R BS this time for you to spaz over and run to mommy Sony. No chains, just pure creative freedom. Which is great because, yes, they will be publishing their game outside of Sony this time, and what Savvy is referring to is a situation where they thought there was a very naughty word posted on the wall in graffiti in the original Stellar Blade, which was completely manufactured drama for the sake of stirring controversy, but what else do you expect from Kotaku? And then you can see people just simply posting Evie with gatekept, because another round of annoying journalists have been gatekept. And this right here says, does it hurt your fifis that a game dev is producing a game with a beautiful female protagonist? Aw, so sorry. Well, of course, this whole thing is based on comments made by the CEO of Shift Up, who produces Stellar Blade, where they said they would make Evie just younger looking and shorter. But all the wackadoos on social media would read that and think that is confirmation that she is a child, because that's what they wanted, which is also a very weird thing for them to want so badly. But here's some of the replies making fun of people like that for the regards crying over pixels. Diet Cope. And guess what they do in response? They act the exact way they have been, calling that previous user a predator. And as pointed out in a quote of that post, your entire look is a red flag of someone who needs their hard drive checked, you bum. And this is the user slinging out allegations because they're mad about a character's design. Seems like a fair response to someone who is wiling out on social media over this. This is exactly the sort of allegation slinging that you've been asking for. But look, people are fixing Evie. Left or right, which one you prefer? I mean, please let me know in the chat which one you guys prefer. But on the left, we have Evie, and on the right, we have Diet Kamala Harris. I don't know if they were intentionally going for this look, but it's very rough, ladies and gentlemen. I think the answer to this is very obvious for any sane person. But don't worry, there's more discourse and more fixing going on here. Problem solved. Stellar Blade 2 US version. Now, whether or not this person's making fun of people fixing it or not, I don't really know. But this is their fix, or at least introducing the fix to people. And you know how they respond? Honestly, looks better, not gonna lie. Oh, scary adult woman. Looks better, not gonna lie. Oh yes, she could be hot. It's like that meme where woke people are eating literal excrement and they're like, aha, Take that, chuds. You see me consuming something really crappy? Does that make you mad? Are you jealous? And it's like, no, you're just consuming absolute slop, thinking you're better because you're the supposed good guy. I mean, what are they even doing? Now, I made the mistake of going to TikTok to see what is TikTok saying about this, and they're literally posting pictures of babies next to Evie, thinking it's the same thing, which why you have a picture of a random baby on your hard drive is a much more concerning thing than this discourse. But they're basically saying side by side, I see the exact same thing. A literal baby. And look at the replies on TikTok. Why is everyone acting like it's not a big deal? It is a big deal. Honestly. And more fixing. Giving her basically a Chad chin. I guess that absolves any sort of accusations you can be making now. This person in quote saying, but Asians have young faces, end quote. And you're fetishizing young faces. Why? Why? Think about that and go back to Epstein Island. 17,000 likes, by the way. For this person not only being racist, but I guess introducing the face of consent yet again, and then likening the crimes of a child sex trafficker to enjoying Evie. This person says, well, pedophilia is now normalized and seeping into literally effing everything. Yes, I think what's being normalized here is people seeing children everywhere they go, which is very disturbing. Far more disturbing than anything Evie could be looking like in her design. But of course, you can see this person saying, why do ugly women complain about everything? Oh, we have a free thinker on TikTok. Wow, going against the grain. But this person replies saying, why do predators complain about being called out? It's like the classic thing where people will accuse you of heinous stuff, and if you defend yourself, all of a sudden you're defensive over it. Like, no, people are enjoying Evie, they're not predators, and you're just projecting and slandering. Here's another person saying if they admit she looks like a child, then they'd have to admit they're attracted to children, so they're just arguing, which makes them seem even creepier. That's why sometimes it's not even worth engaging in discourse with these people. They're entirely disingenuous. They will not have any sort of conversation with you. They're being intellectually dishonest, right? And here's another one saying, and you want to know something? The developers of the game came out and said they made her face look younger on purpose. Yes, they did. But that does not confirm your headcanon. Then we have this post saying people just won't admit they find kids attractive. Why do you want people to say that? And need to label this character woman a 12-year-old woman. And then the creator says exactly, and it's incredibly disgusting with the way they are excusing this. And then people are making fun of God of War Lawfey, and people mad about Evie's design. And this person, hearted by the creator, says, one's a grown woman, and one looks like she was modeled after a 12-year-old, wait for it, boy. They didn't stop at saying she looks like a 12-year-old girl. Now they're saying she looks like a 12-year-old boy, which I can only imagine is projection and just another twinge of racism from these people. But there's an interesting little dichotomy, and I agree with what people are saying. A lot of the people who are labeling this character so problematic, give it some time, okay? Give it time. They did the same thing with Eve, and eventually they'll be trying to claim her as some sort of a girl boss. As pointed out here, yeah. See you next year when y'all start calling her a feminist icon. And this is how this user replied, saying, the chimps think Evie is the same as my mature-looking, smoking hot diva, who, by the way, is canonically straight and is with a man. I know that makes these people very angry. They tried to claim Bayonetta as a girl boss, as a lesbian. They didn't respond well when official art came out that proved she was canonically straight, but hey, that's just coming with the territory these days. But in case you're confused, this is where we're at, okay? We're really moving quickly, right? This is gross objectification. It's for incels. Actually, it's fun. Let us enjoy it too, incel. Actually, this is for the girlies. The next step is, this always belonged to us. You are the invaders. You are the tourists. They'll say 2 years from now when they try to claim Evie. They did the same thing with Bayonetta for years. Now, there's definitely some attacks going on with Stellar Blade Blood Rain. The trailer has been getting blasted with dislikes. You can see, one day, it has 64,000 likes, less than 1,000 dislikes. The next day, it has 71,000 likes, but 8,800 dislikes. It shot up like crazy. It is completely artificial, and either the results of people brigading it or some sort of manipulation. That doesn't happen out of nowhere. There's been no updates, nothing that would completely change the reception of this game in the likes and dislikes. But people are also pointing out the dislike ratio on God of War, Lafe, which has been linked a lot with Stellar Blade because they gave their preview trailers around the same time. And you can see a real dislike ratio here. 400,000 versus over 200,000 dislikes, showing off the very impressive model for Faye here. But people would not accept it, saying, you mean the 218,000 incels, really channeling their inner Caseytron here, that disliked it because they're scared of women. Yes, I think the Stellar Blade reception completely debunks everything you're saying, but calling your enemies incels on Twitter, well, just comes with the territory, and people are responding, saying, hopefully all of your likes help PlayStation finally not lose money on these expensive vanity projects. Being a male feminist isn't going to make you more likable by women. Very true. Nobody likes a male feminist, not even feminists, by the way. And of course, in response to getting dunked on, the same user quotes themselves saying, the incels found this. Ah, yes. It's always the incels, ladies and gentlemen. And just look at this user. They branded themselves with this design. I can't imagine anything more brain broken than that. But here's another very fair point. It's actually insane how someone can spend years writing absolute dog crap and still nepo baby your way into a writing job at Sony on one of the biggest PlayStation franchises ever. So you can see some of the games in the resume of this lead writer. Assassin's Creed Origins, Watch Dogs Legion, Gotham Knights, and then they said, you know what? After that, we trust you with God of War Lafe. We trust you with a God of War IP. Do with it what you want. Amazing stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to once again touch upon Stellar Blade Blood Rain because it just keeps going. The insanity continues, the fixing, the projecting. It's all just, well, exhausting, ladies and gentlemen. But that's the Stellar Blade situation. Yes, the Nepo babies. Still going strong. Let's see here. Let's catch up on the supers before we move on to the next topic. Neglectful Sausage with the 5. Saying a girl with Evie morphology is alright. Thank you for that. No one with the 10 saying love that so far most of the community understands that the hag elf lolly waifu is best. If she loses, I'll be surprised. Ladies and gentlemen, it's anybody's game. There's not much time left. It's Tatsumaki or Frieren. Do not let your waifu down. She is watching and she is waiting to praise you and to fall in love with you if you are her knight in shining armor. That's right. Yo, and Skylar's with a 5 saying, oh, my senpai read my tweet on stream. Senpai noticed me. I've been getting a lot of mileage out of the powder reaction pick lately. Tatsumaki supremacy. All right. That is 5 more for Tatsumaki, closing the gap. Yo, and Gain Hemlock with the 10 saying, Quango's gonna Quango. Hope you are well, Rev. I'm doing well. I hope you are as well. Thank you for the 10. And Demon Time with the 5 saying, while it was forced, the censorship of the hard R is okay with me because the devs didn't know referred to a slur unless that was a lie people made up. I think they just had placeholders in the background and it just lined up that way. Like, it wasn't an intentional long-term effort. That's just the way it happened, and people made a mountain out of a molehill with that one. Yet again. B Wood with the 5 saying, never argue with stupid people, they'll bring you down to your level and then beat you with experience. Frieren for the win. That is 5 more for Frieren, and those are definitely very wise words. Kirain with the 5 saying, we fixed her by making her into a 60-year-old white lady. They really never beating the claims of them being biased against East Asian media. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they're never beating those allegations, ladies and gentlemen, and they're just proving it yet again. Then we got 5 more from Demon Time saying, can I just say something? I like female protagonists. I actually like badass women. Women look hot when they kick ass, and these people ruin it. Yeah, you're only allowed to like what is Twitter approved. Now, what Twitter approves is all over the board, but they designate some things as problematic, others as totally fair game. Many such cases. And then we got 5 from Fallen Hero saying, a Frieren vote before my nap. Well, enjoy your nap, and that is 5 more for Frieren. Marked it down. Oh, and we got 5 more from Faye saying, Frieren, cause we elves gotta stick together. You got it. Thank you for the 5. Tatsumaki stands. Tick-tock. Tick-tock, ladies and gentlemen. Time is running out. You have to act fast. But I think, let's see here. I'm gonna bring up the next topic as I refresh, but there's not that many tabs here, so should be quick. Almost ready. What's the score? Okay, I'll give an updated score right now. So it is now 212. Oh, it's a new ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, sevens in the chats. Right now, Freedom Fries with the $100 super chats. The hundo spots for Tatsumaki. Oh, that changes the game, ladies and gentlemen. 100 for Tatsumaki. Very based. Thank you very much for the $100 super chat. Thank you for that. It's going to a very good place towards Tatsumaki. Oh, the ball game has changed, ladies and gentlemen. And then we got 10 from Gen Mlock saying, my name must be too difficult to pronounce. Gen. I'll put 10 to Leaflet because you mispronounced my name. So we got around 300 for Tatsumaki, close to 300 for Frieren, and 10 for Leaflets. Congratulations, Leaflet. Thank you for the 10. And then we got 10 from IUs, saying 5 for both. You got it. 5 for both sides. All right, let's do the tally. We'll talk about the final thing for today, and that'll be it. So let's see. Let's add on. That is now 317 for Tatsumaki in the lead. I'm surprised, folks. The underdog has overtaken Frieren. And with Frieren, we can add another 20. That's 281. That's right. It is, guys, this is probably the closest one we've had in a minute. Very close. Very close. But, oh, we got 1675 from 18 Wheels and a Drone saying, where's the change in your totals? Right here, Chief. Right here, King. We got you. Guys, I'm going to say it now. We got probably about 10 minutes. I would say we're probably going to go for 2 hours total with the stream. We're at 1 hour and 48 minutes. And after that, we're going to know who is the better waifu. All right, let me bring up the next thing. I will hold the supers till we're done with this. And then we'll get a final tally. Do not miss out. Don't disappoint your waifu. Alright, so I wanted to quickly talk about two different situations, both involving a very common theme, where someone involved with a major studio or IP is saying very unhinged things on social media. Must be a day that ends in Y, right? But to start off, we have a very different starting point with Elon Musk becoming the first trillionaire in history. And as you can imagine, people who don't like Elon are very upset, but then again, most of the people who are very upset at Elon Musk are not mad enough to leave his platform or to stop giving him a monthly subscription for their Twitter Blue, but I digress. We have this individual right here named Sarah, who says, Elon Musk gotta die, bro, with 60,000 likes as it refreshes. And as you can see, they have me blocked, so clearly they're not a very good person. And it's not my rules, it's just the way it is. But yeah, wishing harm on someone for having a lot of money. Well, it is Twitter after all. And turns out this individual is on the Dragon Age Council. Yes, they were involved with Dragon Age the Veilguard. Isn't that amazing, ladies and gentlemen? And yes, we have some proof. As pointed out here, why Dragon Age the Veilguard was such an abysmal piece of crap. Here's some of the people on their community council. So here's Sarah saying, feels surreal to say my first video game credit is on the series that changed my life. What a full circle moment. Have fun playing Dragon Age the Veilguard, everyone, and congratulations to the devs that worked tirelessly on this title. And of course, there they are down at the bottom in the community council that they have in their Twitter bio. Yeah, if you ever wondered why Dragon Age the Veilguard was such a steaming pile of crap, it's for stuff like this, where identity politics and virtue signaling is way more important than providing an enjoyable experience. Now, we're going to give a little update to something I talked about recently involving Fortnite, where the burnt peanut is confirmed as a rare sprite in the game. And this was something that was talked about for about a week or two, and people on Twitter were very mad about this because they think he is an awful, terrible person, and they're saying it's Pride Month. How could you possibly put him in the game? Saying stuff like this. When I look at him, I just want to beat him to death. The tolerant people, ladies and gentlemen. But now we have this Arc Celta individual who's got all the world buffs in the bio here, who is, of course, an Epic partner. An Epic partner's weighing in, saying to all the transphobic people out there, you realize trans women are women, right? Why can't people be themselves? Why does it pain you to know trans women exist? I'm a proud woman. That's who I'll always be. You are getting mad over representation in a video game. The Fortnite community is truly diabolical. This is going to be a bit of a touchy subject, but it's been something I've been thinking about for a while. To you transphobes, I want to bring it up so you realize technology evolves. Oh boy. In the coming decades, transgender women will be able to get pregnant. What will be the difference between a trans woman and a woman then? There will be none, other than they used to be a dude, now they're a woman. Which honestly kind of falls in their own face here, because they're saying once they could give birth, that makes them a woman. So right now, that wouldn't make them a woman by your own standard. Not very woke of you. But they continue on saying, trans rights are human rights. We will not be oppressed. So they're living in a sci-fi fantasy. They're consumed by virtue signaling. And this is the result. Thank you to this epic partner for making the company's stance on these related issues. Amazing. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly touch upon that, ladies and gentlemen. We got Demon Time with the two saying, glad to see Epic didn't turn into peanut butter. Yeah, they held it down. Ladies and gentlemen, I thought maybe they would back out of the burnt peanut situation, the collab, but they did not. Good on them, I guess. But ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to start a countdown here. I've covered everything I've wanted to cover. We are sitting in the Saturday Showdown. Tatsumaki at $317. Frieren at $281. Just short of a $40 difference. I'm going to say 2 more minutes, and that is it. We're going to close the super chats, and that'll be all. And we will once and for all know who is the supreme waifu. So speak now, or forever hold your peace. Yeah, there was one other thing I maybe wanted to touch upon, but I already have a video for it, so instead of rushing through it, I would just suggest waiting on that one. It'll go live in about a half an hour. We're talking about the Marathon and Destiny situation, so that'll be that for you guys. It's like a 12-minute video going a little more in depth. We talked about it in a recent stream, but there was a community manager who came out and basically said, if you want to support Bungie, you better play Marathon. And that's to you, Destiny players. Yo, Freedom Fries with the 20 securing Tatsumaki. Alright, noted. 20 more for Tatsumaki. Thank you for... Oh, almost forgot. There we go. Thank you for the 20. Just over a minute left, ladies and gentlemen. We got 10 more from 8... Or 10 more. $12.99 more from 18 Wheels and a Drone saying, Tatsumaki, you didn't count the pennies. I'm pretty sure I did. I think it ended up being an even 1. Or even 2, or whatever it ended up being. But I don't know if the cents are going to matter. But I'm going to add the $12.99 for Tatsumaki. Expanding the lead. I'm going to say about 30 seconds. And then we're donezo. We're donezo, folks. I'm going to count it down. I'm going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That'll do it. Final tally. There it is, folks. I'll add it because it makes it look closer. Oliver with the 20 saying, even though I haven't watched either shows, both are fantastic waifus, I'm a devoted elf enjoyer. So I'll say, Frieren, thank you for the 20. I'll add it. I'll make it look better. I'll make it look better. Even closer. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Tatsumaki, the winner of today's Saturday Showdown, the superior waifu for today. Tatsumaki at 349.99 and Frieren at 301. A valiant effort, Frieren and Elf Enjoyers. You put up a good fight, but the underdog eclipsed her at the last moments. Thank you very much. And Rick, thank you for the 10 Canadian bucks, saying second now. They both are cool. Rev, number 1. Thank you very much for that. But a very great Saturday Showdown, guys. It was a lot of fun today. Thank you very much for showing up. Hope you guys had a fun stream. Thank you for all of the memberships, gifted memberships, the super chats. Thank you guys so much for supporting the stream. And most importantly, thank you for being here and enjoying another fun Saturday Showdown. Hope you enjoyed today. There's going to be another video live in a little bit. And I'll be taking tomorrow off, but I'll be back on Monday to stream. I'm sure we'll have lots to talk about from the previous day or so. But overall, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or night. God bless you all. And enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.